Why is it so hard for us to accept the things we cannot change? Why do we hold on to the bitter end of this illusion that we can control people, that we can control outcomes, that we can control reality, man? Why we just can't let life just unfold the way it unfolds, man? Right? It starts with that attitude. I have never seen someone have a fight with reality and win that battle, man. I have never seen someone have a fight with reality and win. Attitude play a major role, man, this new way of living, man. If you're anything like I am, I came in with attitude. I don't need nobody. I can do things my way. I'm talking about self-sufficiency, man. I thought that I could do things my way. So I built this wall at a very young age to keep people from getting to know who I am, man. Because if you get to know me, bruh, you might don't like me. And I don't want you not to like me. So I built this wall so you won't get to know me. But in the same process, during that process, I kept the God of my understanding, right, at bay as well. Now here's the deal, man. I get to recovery, man. They told me, man, look, get your sponsor, right? I got me a sponsor. I really wasn't on it, to be honest with you, because I got trust issues, man. I have a problem going to another man, man, asking him to sponsor me. You know what I mean? Asking him to guide me through my life. Ask him to teach me how to find a new way of living, man. So every time he suggests that I look at myself, I switch sponsors. Hey, look, man, I'm good at running. I'm good at running. Fear sits in, I run. I've been running for a long time, bro. So I'm good at running. Okay. So I just kept switching sponsor to sponsor to sponsor to sponsor. And finally, I kept going out there and getting that pain. I kept going, getting that pain. Well, I was familiar with that pain. I didn't want to let go of that pain, man. The pain hurted me. It didn't make sense for me to hold on to that pain. I tell y'all all the time, the pain is not in letting go. The pain is in holding on. Then finally, I surrendered to a new way of living, man. The best thing that I ever done, bro. Look, man, to allow another person, to allow a group, to allow a fellowship, to allow a higher power to help you and guide you and teach you how to live free and to live a peace of mind. Look, boy, you, but don't talk to me, man. Boy, I'm talking about, boy, we had to let people help you, boy. It's a new woo-wee. I'm talking about it's another way of living out there, man. You don't have to do the things that you're doing. Just allow people to help you. So anyway, man, they taught me about a spiritual principle called acceptance. Now, look, I don't want y'all to get this spiritual principle confused, man. It doesn't mean that you slick with everything, dog. It don't mean that. What acceptance mean? When you accept things, that's basically saying you ain't gonna fight no more. You ain't gonna fight no more. You ain't gonna be all obsessing over stuff. You ain't gonna be worrying no more. You just accept it. That don't mean you cool with it, right? But what happened is in the recovery, they teach you about the part that you can change, man. And it started with the serenity prayer, dog. Right? The serenity prayer. We say this at every meeting, man. Look, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, man. Right? We say that all in our meetings, right? But that's a short version. But we also have a long version of the serenity prayer. And I want to share this with y'all, man. The long version of the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. God, grant me the serenity. Listen, y'all, serenity comes from God. Okay? That's where it comes from. It don't come from how much money you have. It don't come from the house, your career, you being in control. It comes from God. God put his spirit in each and every one of us, right? He put his spirit in each and every one of us. And that's what the 12 step teaches us. It teaches us how to dig through all this stuff that we survive with out in them streets, that we survived with as a kid, right? The majority of us grew up in dysfunctional families, man. So we had to learn some survival skills, and we built this wall. And recovery teaches us how to knock that wall down, okay, to get to the God of understanding, to get to a peace of mind. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. There's that word, accept the things that I cannot change. They teach us in recovery. They say we are powerless over people, places, and things. People, places, and things. Now, what does people, places, and things all have in common? They all are external. They all are outside of us. We have no control on things that's outside of us. But if you're anything like I am, you think that you have to control the external things to be all right with you on the inside, right? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can. The only person that you can change, bruh, is you. That's why we need an attitude adjustment. That's what the attitude adjustment is instead of looking outside and thinking outside external things are our problems, right? Recovery teaches how to look at on the one thing you can change, bruh, and that's you. So now you change, boom, now you look at yourself. And it's hard, man. I get it, man. Listen what I'm sharing with y'all, bruh. I get it. It's hard looking at self, man. You got to look at your insecurities. You got to look at your low self-esteem. You got to look at your fears. You got to look at the role you played in your money. You know what I'm saying? The role you played with you not being happy on your job, bro, your marriage, your kid. I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying? I go on and on. It's all, if you got you a good sponsor, bro, he gonna always make you look at yourself. You got you a good coach or a therapist, or they gonna guide you to your higher power. They're gonna guide you to your spirituality. But one thing they're gonna always do, man, is have you look at you, because that's where the power is at. When you look at you, well, it takes courage to look at self, man. It takes courage to look at self. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the different, bro. It takes wisdom to know that you are powerless over people, places, and things. Right? Right? Let's keep moving, man. Living one day at a time. Look, look, enjoying one moment at a time. I had an addict tell me when I first got here, man, here's what he said, man. He said, V, three things I want you to do. He said, I want you to stop tricking yourself. He said, I want you to pay attention to what you're focused on. And I want you to try to enjoy the moment. Of all those three things that this addict suggested I do, the hardest one was me enjoying the moment. Because I live upstairs, man. I live in my mind, y'all. I live in this illusion in my brain. I used to be by myself, sitting by myself, but all this stuff used to go on in my head, man. So I had to learn how to live one day at a time, man. Look, God talks about Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. So I have a mental illness, y'all. That's why they say a disease of addiction. I'm not at ease with myself. Remember, go back to the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity. God grant you the serenity so you can be at ease with yourself. But you have to do the work. And most importantly, you have to know what you can control, what you can't control. Only thing you control is yourself, right? Look, Matthew it said, therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, bro. I have a disease that I be projecting in the future. I have a disease that I be projected in the future and worry about the past. But what don't worry about those things. Live one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time. What do you enjoy? Okay, what do you enjoy? What do you like to do? This is something I ask my clients all the time. I ask, okay, you told me about this, you told me about that, but what do you like? Don't you know majority of my clients can't tell me? They cannot tell me what they do not, what they like doing, what they enjoy. And if they can tell me, then I ask them, I say, let me ask you this, why you're not doing those things? They say, I never thought about it, coach. I really never thought about it, you know. So the thing is, man, we have to learn how to live one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, right? Right, here's the thing. Watch that. I want y'all to catch this one. Accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. Mm, mm, mm. Accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. Man, here's the shift. Here's the shift. Now your perspective is about to change, y'all. Your perspective on hardship is about to change, man. Right? Your perception, your perspective, the way you look at things, your perspective. We talk about this in recovery, right? We say, right, just for the day, I will try to get a better perspective on my life. I will try to see things just a little bit differently, right? Just a little bit different. Not that much, just a little bit differently, right? So now you begin to see things, right? It's a accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. James 1:2. This is what it reads, man. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith, your faith produces perseverance. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Listen, man, you're going to face some situations, man, but consider it pure joy. Consider it pure joy. Again, man. Remember, recovery is a spiritual program. It's spiritual in nature. A lot of things that we say around here, man, doesn't make sense, man. A lot of things, if you're a Christian, or if you have your higher power, a lot of things that you're gonna read in the Bible, it ain't gonna make sense, bruh. Right? To the mind. But because it's spiritual in nature. Now look at that scripture there, man. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds. Come on, man. Where's that joy at in facing trials? I can tell you, man. Now I want you to go back, go back to a time that you thought you couldn't get through something. Go back to when you lost your job. Go back to when a loved one, to a love when a loved one had passed away. Go back when you didn't have no money. You didn't know how you was gonna get through, but God made a way, huh? God made a way. You don't know where that food came from. You don't know where that money came from to pay the bill. You lost your job, but you got through it, bruh. And when you got through it, you got stronger, fam. You got stronger. Now I say consider it pure joy. What happened? Because you learned from it. Now, as you go through life, 'cause remember, y'all, life is to be experienced. All right. Life is to be experienced. For some reason, we'd be under this illusion that we don't supposed to have financial issues. That our marriage supposed to just be all peaches and cream, bro. Shatter the illusion, dog. That ain't how life works, man. Life's supposed to be experienced so you can learn from it. Now you got another tool in your toolbox. So consider it pure joy. You have to remember last time you got through. It might look a little different. It might look a little different, but you done been through this before, fam. Right? The main thing is what? Don't beat yourself up. The main thing is what? Learn from it. Right? Learn from it. Because remember, God is in the character building business. He's trying to make you more like who? Christ, man. Right? So he's trying to make you more like Christ, right? Now, when that shift, right, when that shift happens, man, right, when we talk about the shift, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. That shift, it's a shift, man. Right now, you're seeing things a little differently, right? And you get through this all the time, man. You experience this all the time in recovery, man. The more and more you allow people to help you, the more and more you get closer to your higher power, you're going to begin to see things a little differently, right? You're going to begin to see, watch this, y'all. You're going to begin to see the big picture, bro. The big picture. You're going to begin to see things like, hold on. What? Well, I didn't know that was like that. Yeah, you're going to see things now. You know, you're going to see your role in it. You're going to see, watch this, that you don't even have to be in control, dog. Right? You don't even have to be in control of everything because you're going to come to realize that you've been taken care of all this time, man. Right? I'm talking about why we were sinners, why we didn't even have a relationship with Christ. We didn't even have a relationship with our higher power, but God was taking care of us, bruh. Real talk. We was being protected. Right? That same God that protected you out in the streets when you was out there, man, acting wild and using all those drugs, is the same God that's protecting you now, fam. Right? Now, that's that shift. You begin to see the big picture, bruh. Huh? Let me know if this landed, man. Leave me a comment, man. Hit subscribe, man. Like it. Let me know, man. If any of this landed with you, bruh. Right now, you see what I'm talking about? This whole process. Now we doing the work. We understand what we can change, what we can't change, right? We understand what we can change, what we can't change. We only can change ourselves. So now we got to allow people to help us, right? So now they helping us, right? They helping us. We get into the root, right? We're doing the step work, right? We don't want to let things go. We're doing the step work now, right? Now what? So where does the pain come from, y'all? The pain come from again and holding on. The root of suffering is attachment. See, what happened is, man, we build these survival skills when we was young, right? We said we got these survival skills. We hold on to them, bro. They got us through the streets. You know what I mean? A lot of them don't work, but we hold on to them anyway. Now we get to recovery, and God say, "Let it go." Huh? Right? God used people, right? Remember, God used people to get to us. Right? So you might hear somebody share, "Let it go." Your sponsor might say, "Let that go." You know how many times my sponsor used to tell me, "Let it go"? I have a major, I'm talking about major issues. He said, "Man, let that go. Don't even worry about that." Huh? This is crazy. I don't have no money. Look, I came to recovery, y'all. IRS was, look what I'm saying. The IRS, man, old IRS, dope boys was looking for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Child support. I have all these issues. And all they used to tell me, "Let it go. Let it go, bro." I was attached to it. I didn't want to let it go, man. But that's where my suffering was at. My suffering was in holding on. I told you that acceptance, man, that's not an easy piece over here, man. That acceptance is not an easy piece, man. You know, accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, man. We're going to keep this thing moving, man. Right? Right. So now here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. Watch this, y'all. It's a accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. Take it as Jesus did, this sinful world as it is. Come on, y'all. This sinful world as it is. Just like Jesus did, man. Take this sinful world as it is. Remember, I told y'all, right? You don't have to like it. You don't have to like the world. Just accept it as it is. Because what you learn over here, watch this, y'all. It really don't have nothing to do with you. For real, for real. Majority of the things that we worry about over here, man, the recovery, bro, don't have nothing to do with us. Right? For real. Don't have nothing to do with it, but we make it about us, right? We make it. We put our stuff into it. You know what I mean? We make things about us that we put stuff on our plate. We don't even supposed to be on our plate. God already gave us everything we need. Every single thing that you need, bro, to deal with today's situation is already in you, dog. God has already provided it for you. He put it inside you, bro. But thing is, we want to sit there. We want to feel like we in control, right? Taking as Jesus did, the simple world as it is. Watch this, y'all. Not the simple as it is, not as I would have it. Not as I would have it, man. I want to make everything about me. I told you I got a job. I try to make the job about me. I try to make everything about me, you know. Man, it's crazy. Look, what about this part? Trusting, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right. Right? Trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will. Come on, man. If I surrender to your will, we learn in recovery. Two wills, right? God's will and self-will. God's will and self-will. A lot of us don't know what self-will is. I'm gonna help you out, bro. Self-will is real simple, man. I want what I want when I want it. Okay, that's self-will. I'm gonna do everything my way. Self-will. You have God's will, then you have self-will. Now, our true will is God's will. Recovery is the process of lining my will up lining my will up with God's will. That's what recovery teaches us, right? But I sit over here, I want to do things my way. I'm judging, I'm criticizing, I don't want to mess with you. I'm making every single thing about me. I'm talking about self-centered fear is at the core of my disease. Right at the core of my disease is self-centered fear. Now, God's will, the core of God is all about love, right? You have fear, you have love. Self-centered fear, self-will, right? God, love, fear, love. We do this all day, right? Majority of things that we do is driven by fear, self-centered fear, right? So what happened? We got to surrender self-will. It says that. It says, if I surrender to your will, to God's will, right? Y'all know the prayer, do it God's way, right? Do it God's way. And that's what we're trying to do. So that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next, man. That's the long version of the serenity prayer, right? So the whole process is we go into God in prayer. Okay. We go into God in prayer, right? He teaching us where the focus at. He teaching us where the power is at. He teaching us how to line our will up with his will, right? He teaching us how to trust him. And he teaching us how to get out of his way and stay out of his way. That's the serenity prayer. That's the whole process of the recovery process. The whole process is getting out of God's way, doing the work, having God remove these flaws, have God remove these character defects so we can line our will up with his will so we can be supremely happy with him in the next, man. If you like this video, man, make sure you hit the like button, man, and check out my next video, man, on self-pity.